And welcome to this little video on area and perimeter. We're going to look at two shapes. First up, the rectangle. And there's our rectangle there. And we're going to call this thing across here the length and that one the width. We could have them the other way around if you want. It's not a big problem. And we want to know what the area of this shape is. Well, the area is just the length times the width. Or you could also say the width times the length. So let's put some numbers in. And so we've got one there, 10 centimetres by 6 centimetres, and our area is 10 times 6, 60 centimetres squared. It's as easy as that. Now let's have a look. Remember that was 10 and that was 6. Well, if that's 10, then that one must be 10. And if that one's 6, that must be 6. Now we want to know the perimeter, and that's the distance around the outside. So perimeter is a length, it's going to be measured in centimetres, metres, kilometres. So the perimeter is 10 plus 6 plus 7 plus 6, 32 centimetres, and there we have it. Let's move on to have a look at the circle. Okay, there we go, there's our circle, that's the centre. And that line that goes from the centre to the edge is called the radius. There's another line we need to know the name of, and that's one that goes from the edge to the edge through the centre, and that's called the diameter. Okay, so we've got the centre, radius, diameter. Now we don't use perimeter with circles, we use a different word. We use the word circumference, and there it changes at the top as well. So with circles we talk about area and circumference. And we've got a couple of formulae which we need to know. They don't give you these in exams, they do give you other formulae, but they never give you these. And the area of a circle is pi r squared. So it's the number pi times the radius squared. And the circumference is 2 times pi times the radius. Or we could call it pi times the diameter. And that's because 2 times the radius is the same as the diameter. So the circumference, 2 pi r or pi d. And remember, pi is just a number, 3.14159, going on forever and ever. And we'll generally take it from our calculator. Let's put some numbers in then for a circle. There's the centre. There's our radius, 6.2 centimetres. Find the area of this circle. Well, the area is pi times r squared, which is pi times 6.2 squared, because the radius is 6.2. How do we do this on the calculator? Right, let's find the pi key. Well, there we go. It's shift, and that one down the middle, right on the bottom row. And you see a little brown pi just above the 10 to the power of x. So that's how we get pi. Shift and that key, multiplied by 6.2 and then squared. We're using that button there, the x squared key. Okay, so that's how we do it on a calculator. 120 point blah blah blah. Let's get rid of the calculator. And that is 120.8 centimetres squared to 1 dp. Let's have a look how we find the circumference if we're given the radius. Okay, 6.2 centimetres, find the circumference of this circle. Circumference is 2 times pi times r, so it's 2 times pi times radius is 6.2. Let's just make sure we know how to do that. So it's 2 times pi is shift and that key there, that will get pi on our calculator, times 6.2 equals, there we go, let's get rid of the calculator. And that comes out to be 39.0 centimetres for circumference. It's a length, so it's measured in things like centimetres, metres, and that's the answer to 1 dp. So there we have it. You can now work out the area and perimeter of a rectangle and the area and circumference of a circle. So the next video we'll do some questions. Before we go, just to mention that, we use circumference equals 2 pi r. We could have used pi times diameter, and we will use that at various times. And that's it for that one. Bye for now.